Hi everybody, welcome back to Goodnight Lighthouse. I'm Miss Dorothy and I'm here to read you another story. Another story about watermelon. I know, but it's summertime and a lot of people are enjoying watermelon. And every time I go to the store, there's a whole bunch of watermelons and sometimes I wonder, where did they all come from? And then I realized somebody has to grow those watermelons until they're just right. And that's what this book is about today, because this book is called Watermelon Day. Watermelon Day. This is about a little girl who plants a watermelon and waits and waits and waits for the special day that it's going to be ready. And I wonder how long she has to wait. We're going to have to get into this book and find out about this Watermelon Day. Are you ready to get inside this book with Miss Dorothy? Good. I need you to sit up and listen up, because here we go. Watermelon Day, written by Kathi Appelt, illustrated by Dale Gottlieb. The watermelon grew in the corner of the patch where the fence posts met. Jessie found it early one day while pulling weeds. It was not as big as her first, but it was bigger than the other melons, still hiding beneath their mama's fuzzy leaves. When she showed it to Papa, he smiled.
Yep. It'll be a big one, all right. It'll be just right for Watermelon Day.
A Watermelon Day? What's a Watermelon Day? Jessie knew what that meant. There would be cousins, big and small, Mama's peach ice cream, innings and innings of softball, relay races and apple bobbing, Uncle Ike with his banjo. Finally, to top it off, ice-cold watermelon, the biggest one from the patch. Thinking about it made Jessie's mouth water. How long till it's ready, Pappy? She asked.
Got a whole summer to go yet, he answered.
Jessie looked at the small melon. It was round and snug in the sand. She smiled. It's going to be the biggest melon. Every day, Jessie walked up and down the rows of the patch while she got to her melon. She knelt beside it and put her ear against its dark green rind. She patted it with her palm. At first, it made a thick, dull sound like Pappy's boots when he dropped them on the front porch. But as the days passed, the sound grew brighter. Jessie patted the other melons, too. Some sounded dull, some sounded bright, but hers had the sweetest song. Watermelon, watermelon. She loves that little watermelon. How much longer, Pappy? She asked.
Not much longer now, he answered.
The summer days grew longer. Jessie's watermelon got riper. Its stripes began to zig and zag. It's growing, it's growing. Jessie waited. She waited until the days were so hot she had to wear her shoes so her feet wouldn't blister in the sand. So hot that the air wrinkled up like an unironed shirt. So hot that hardly anything moved except the flies. She waited and she thought she heard the watermelon might both burst from sheer waiting of it all.
It was really hot, but she really wants to take care of that watermelon.
One morning when the relatives were coming, Jessie asked, How much longer, Pappy?
Pappy looked at Jessie. He looked at the watermelon patch. He looked at the blue summer sky. Well, he answered, this looks like a Watermelon Day.
Yay, a Watermelon Day! Jessie skipped to the corner of the patch where the fence post met. She patted her watermelon. It was full of the cool summer rains, full of the warmth from its sandy nest, full of the deep, hot sun. Pappy cut the rope-like vine with his pocket knife and carried the melon out of the patch, past the front porch and down to the lake. He set it in the cold, cold water. There it floated, right along the edge, beneath the deep blue shade of the weeping willow tree. How long will it take, Pappy? Asked Jessie.
Most of the day, he answered. There's a whole summer's worth of heat inside it.
They put it in the water to get it nice and cool. Jessie's watermelon floated all the hot day long. Willow branches tipped up and down, testing the icy water. That melon floated while cousins came. It floated while Mama dished out the peach ice cream. It floated through a game of softball and several relay races. It even floated while Uncle Ike played turkey in the straw. The whole family's there. They're getting ready for the watermelon. And all the while, Jessie thought about it. Her mouth watered. Watermelon, watermelon. How much longer, Pappy? She asked.
"Oh, it's not ready yet," he answered. "Oh my, how long do they have to wait?" The day stretched and stretched like a lazy old cat. Jessie waited and waited. She waited through morning innings of softball. She waited through apple bobbing. She waited through freeze tag. She waited through Uncle Like's rendition of Stars and Stripes Forever. She's waiting and waiting and waiting. At last the sun began to sink. The sweat dried on Jessie's neck. The lake shimmered. "How much longer?" asked Pappy. She asked. Pappy looked at Jessie. He looked at the sinking sun. He looked at the shimmering lake. "I think it's good and cold now," he answered. Jessie hopped, she skipped, she danced all the way to the lake. Pappy lifted the melon out of the icy water and carried it to the front porch where he set it down. Whack! With the side of his fist, Pappy hit that melon right in the deep, deep middle. Crack! Split! Pop! It broke right open! Red juice ran down Jessie's chin. It ran down her hand and between her fingers. It splashed onto her toes. That melon was sweet, sweet as the summer rain, sweet as a nighttime song. That melon was cold, cold as a puppy's nose, cold as the deep blue lake. Jessie smiled. She danced. She spit watermelon seeds into the sky. She sang a watermelon song. Watermelon, watermelon. Finally, she got her watermelon. It's a watermelon day.
It's watermelon day! Finally, she got that watermelon. Jessie found the best watermelon in the whole watermelon patch, and she watched it and took care of it and waited for it to grow and kept asking her papa, "When's it going to be ready? When's it going to be ready?" Finally, they picked it, but they couldn't eat it right away. They put it in the river. I didn't know you did that. I've never put my watermelon in the river, but they put it in the river to cool it down so that when they cracked it open, it was juicy and cool and fresh and made a fabulous watermelon day. How much fun. What a great thing to do in the summertime. And it's so interesting to find out that that's where all those watermelons come from that I see in the store all the time. Somebody had to grow them. Some farmer had to plant the seed and watch it grow and take care of it so that we could enjoy watermelon. We should be really thankful for that because they work really, really hard. And we get to enjoy watermelon because of their hard work. So I hope you'll think about that. I hope you'll think about the next time Mom and Dad put food on your plate. If it's watermelon or if it's a hamburger or chicken or French fries, whatever it is, somebody had to work really hard so you could have that food. So you need to be thankful for that. You need to be thankful for Mom and Dad that they work hard to get you that food. And to the farmers and the other people who take care of things so we can have all that food. I want you to think about that the next time you eat. And take a minute to thank God for the food and the farmers, your mom and dad, and all the people that work hard so you can have special things like watermelon and everything else that they give you. Be very thankful and show Mom and Dad how thankful you are by doing something nice for them. What can you do? Obey, and obey right away. And then come back and see Miss Dorothy because I'm going to be sitting right here ready to read another book to you. Bye! Thanks for reading with Miss Dorothy. I hope you enjoyed this book, and I hope you'll come back soon to read another. What's your favorite book? Drop Miss Dorothy a note and let me know. I'll go find it, and I'll read it to you. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you soon.